Everyone, this is Julia. Thank you so much for joining me on my craft room adventures. Today, I have a super fun wedding card to share with you featuring the adorable car critters and also the Bubbles of Joy by Lawn Fawn. This set is just so cute for weddings, and people here usually used to throw rice, but that's been forbidden for a while now. So lots of people use bubbles, so it was perfect. So to color my bubbles, I'm going in with BG11, BV02, R00, and Y00, just around the outer edges for a pastel looking bubble. Then I'm blending that out with BG quadruple zero, BV quadruple zero, R quadruple zero, and Y quadruple zero. Then I'm also using the colorless blender right in the center to create a pastel rainbow bubble. For my mice, I'm using E50 markers. I'm using E55 as my darkest shade. Then I'm blending that out with E57 because the E55 wasn't quite dark enough. Then I'm going over that again with the E55, just blending out the E57 slightly. Then I'm going in with R21 for the cheeks and the insides of the ears. Then I'm blending out the E55 with the E53, then with E51, and finally going in with E50 to blend everything together. Adding a little bit more of the R21. Then for my trees, I'm using E59, E57, and E55, and finally E53. Then for my tree, I'm using YG67, YG17, YG13, and YG11. Then for my car, I'm using neutral gray markers. I started with N9, N7, and N5 for the wheels, and then I'm going in with N5, N3, N1, and N0 for the remaining silver parts. Using the colorless blender on the license plate. Then I'm using BG11, BG10, and then also BG quadruple zero for the headlights. Fortunately, I forgot to record the coloring of the car, but so you can see the color combination I used. It's R39, then R29, R24, and finally R14. I used the same combination on the car. I didn't end up using the balloons on the card, but I just figured I'd use this clip to show you the color combination I used. I die cut 2 panels of Bristol smooth cardstock with a Slimline hillside borders by Lawn Fawn, and then I'm using Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn just to add some grassy shading on there. I used a little bit of removable tape runner on the back so that they wouldn't slide around on my glass mat, since I only have the mini water media mat from Waffle Flower that I usually use for ink blending, and that's not long enough for slimline pieces. Then for my background panel, I die cut the largest of the stitched slimline rectangles from Lawn Fawn, and I'm ink blending that with Tumbled Glass and Salty Ocean because I really wanted a bright blue sky for my wedding scene, just like the perfect kind of weather. Just going back and forth between all of the colors to blend them together. Here I'm also using some splatters of the Tumbled Glass, the Twisted Citron, the Salty Ocean, and also of Lawn Fawn's Liquid Stardust, just for some added interest on my background. And then I'm doing the same for my grassy panels. I'm adding splatters of Mowed Lawn, and I'm also bringing in a little bit of forest moss just for some darker splatters on there. Then it's time to start assembling my little scene. I cut off the white edge from the top hat, the little bow tie, and the veil, just so that you could see more of the critter underneath. And then I'm attaching those to the inside of the car. And I think that's just the cutest. Just gluing the top down as well. And then it's also time to add the little cans. For my sentiment, I'm using the sentiment from Bicycle Built for You, and I'm stamping that in VersaFine Onyx Black ink, so that my sentiment will be wishing you a beautiful wedding day. Then I'm adding my hill panels to my background. I stamped out the church from Village Heroes, but I wanted the inside of the church bell tower to match the background, so I'm using the Copic marker B00 and B23 to match with the sky that I'd ink blended so that it looks like it's see-through. Here you can see it attached, and I think it matches quite nicely. I'm also adding all of the little trees that are from Happy Village, and of course all the little bubbles and the mice running around. Just gluing everything down with my liquid glue. I did map out the placement roughly before so that I would know where all my bubbles needed to go. Then I'm also attaching the little, what are they called, bubble wands and the jar of liquid bubbles to my mice. I added foam squares to the back of these two mice and also to the car. And now I'm just adding some embellishments, so I'm going in with some white gel pen highlights on lots of my images, just for some added interest. Then I'm also going in with the Nouveau Crystal glaze on the windows of the church and also the car's headlights. Then I'm bringing in the Nouveau Aqua Shimmer pen on all of the bubbles and the Bright's veil, just for lots of sparkle. And I'm also going in with my favorite Stardust Stickles on the edges of the bubbles, just for some added shine there. Off camera, I also stamped quite a few of those popped bubble images, because the background could use a bit more of that, and I added it to a red matting onto a white card base just to give it a bit more interest. I had so much fun making this, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As you may have seen, there haven't been as many videos lately. I used to post 2 videos a week in 2021, but unfortunately I just can't keep up with it with my full-time job. I'm really sorry about this, so not all of my cards will have videos going forward. I will post all of my cards over on Instagram, so I'll be sure to link it down below. And I really hope you understand. I will be back as soon as I can with a brand new video, and I do hope you'll join me. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more crafty videos. Have an amazing day. Bye!